Hey everyone, it's FLAK. Relatively quick video today. Got some random Battlefield 5 gameplay footage in the background. They say in relationships that communication is key. Being open and honest builds trust, whereas being closed and evasive breeds suspicion and discontent. You might be wondering why you're getting a dose of life advice on a Battlefield video, and the reason is that communication from DICE, or rather the lack thereof, is admittedly concerning, given the fact the game was already delayed and developers had previously promised to be more transparent. And it may seem like I'm nitpicking a bit, but when you look at the communication from DICE surrounding Battlefield 2042 versus what they were doing when Battlefield 5 was on the horizon, it definitely raises an eyebrow, especially when we consider the state in which Battlefield 5 launched. So, about that lack of communication, Battlefield's official channels have been nearly silent now for over a month. On Twitter, excluding retweets and replies, the series' official account has tweeted a whopping 7 times in the last month. Contrast that with the same time frame in 2018, Battlefield tweeted 87 times. That is a significant difference. Of those 87 tweets, about 2/3 of them had to do with the upcoming Battlefield 5, either promoting the open beta, revealing details about the game and its various game modes, or highlighting the development process through a Dev Talks feature video series. Many of the other tweets actually promoted content for Battlefield 1. The official Battlefield Twitter account hasn't tweeted anything about Battlefield 5 since May 17th. Of the 7 tweets in the last month from the official Battlefield account, one was a meme, one actually showcased some gameplay from Battlefield 2042, another was a link to high-definition footage of said gameplay, there was a post highlighting the unfortunate death of Michael K. Williams, the announcement of the game's soundtrack, and then the official delay announcement, which pushed back the release date to November 19th. Now, I absolutely want to believe that DICE has things well in hand, but the radio silence here does not invoke much confidence, especially when you consider Battlefield 5 was delayed and it launched piecemeal. From a marketing standpoint, sometimes you do want silence. It creates speculation and chatter, but if you leave it for too long, it becomes detrimental, and I believe that we have in fact reached that juncture. If EA and DICE don't take control of the narrative surrounding the game's launch, they risk losing it entirely to conspiracy theories and the very same dark corners of the internet that sabotaged public opinion on Battlefield 5 before it was even released. And it just takes one quick look at Twitter or Reddit to actually see this happening in real time. It doesn't help that DICE and EA have undermined their own words as well. EA claimed Battlefield 2042 was on track for the earliest feature complete in franchise history. Fast forward a few months later, the game is delayed. A tech test was promised and then canceled, and then there's the unfortunate September tweet, which poked fun at fans wanting more information on the beta, which is technically still supposed to come out this month. I'm not holding my breath on that, neither should you, and the haters on the internet will undoubtedly frame that tweet in a way that supports their narrative that DICE are arrogant or incompetent. DICE General Manager Oscar Gabrielson promised more information on the beta will go public by the end of the month. Certainly hope that happens. Instead of silence and memes, Battlefield really here should be owning the issues. Right, we know that there are 4 studios working on Battlefield 2042. There is a ton of stuff to talk about in a positive light, or something that brings more information to the table. Tell me about the challenges developers are overcoming right now. Highlight how working from home impacts game development. Give us an eye into the new technology and testing going into the game. You could also underscore your commitment to post-launch content and anti-cheat. Tell us more details on maps and game modes. Bring back Dev Talks. A lot to talk about here, and it's much easier for the community to both comprehend and sympathize with development problems when there is open communication and we feel a personal connection with developers. Similarly, DICE have left an important peripheral asset largely unutilized, and I'm talking about game changers. We answer thousands of questions a year on Battlefield. cutting through confusion and mixed messages. And you can love us or hate us, but I have personally stuck with Battlefield here through the dark times, always trying to communicate your needs to developers and giving you my honest thoughts on the state of Battlefield as a franchise. Battlefield 2042, and I want to stress this, is a complete unknown to me. I have not played it. That is a little alarming to me in its own right. I'm not saying that from the point of view that I think I'm entitled to play the game before everyone else. Don't think that. But it is a departure to how DICE have handled things in the past. I'm getting a ton of comments from people, and it's not even asking for detailed questions about the game. You're simply hoping that I can allay some fears about Battlefield 2042 and tell you that everything is going to be fine. And honestly, I can't do that. I have no experience to draw from, and that is incredibly frustrating, especially on the heels of Battlefield 5. If DICE and EA want to see Battlefield 2042 succeed, then they need to kickstart discussion on the challenges facing the game and get more transparent about what's going on behind the scenes. They also need to make some kind of concerted effort to get fans excited about what Battlefield 2042 brings to the table, right? Not very many weeks left until launch, and it is crickets on social media. We should really be seeing a lot of stuff to get us hyped up and excited about the future of Battlefield. And fans are rightly cautious after Battlefield 5. That silence there not doing anything to ease their concerns. We've seen more information from developers' personal accounts than official channels, and that needs to change quickly. Similarly, community managers are facing a lot of animosity over the information drought, and it's honestly not their responsibility. So again, Battlefield 2042 is shaping up to be an ambitious game. You've got a huge jump in map size. You've got Ripple Effect Studios building the Battlefield Portal experience, and we've still yet to hear anything official about the Hazard Zone game mode. A significant chunk of this has been done remotely through a global pandemic. It is no small feat, and this has been a really hard video to write. I don't hold any ill will against any developers. I know that they are absolutely pouring themselves into the game to make the most of that additional month of dev time and get this game out the door in good shape. I want to see them succeed, and I want to see the Battlefield series flourish again. If you bump into any developers on social media, be encouraging to them. They need all of the support that they can get right now. But as for communication on official channels, I really think we need to start seeing more of that right now. Again, I mentioned earlier, you can kind of see the scales tipping if you go on Reddit and other social media. The negativity is starting to creep in and take over, and DICE needs to put that down fast. So we need shot of information, excitement, and promotion for Battlefield 2042. That's my thoughts on things right now, but I am curious what you think about it. How do you interpret the silence from DICE and EA? Leave me your thoughts down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, tap the bell to get updates on all future Battlefield content, and I'm also excited here to announce a giveaway is going to be coming up. If you've been following on Twitter, you've probably seen this, but I recently won an entire pallet of Battlefield 1 Collector's Editions at auction. And Mad Lad drove like 3 hours to pick them up, and I had to divvy the load of them up into 2 cars in order to drive them back. But I've got 24 of those. I'm going to be giving away most of them. So if you're interested in winning one of those, that's the really cool collector's edition with the steel book and the flag and the commemorative Eddie Murphy statue, right? If you're interested in that, make sure you're following on social media. Okay, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Got links to those down below in the video description. I'll be announcing some details on that giveaway there soon. Try to get you psyched up for Battlefield. I'm doing my part. Come on, DICE, tweet something. That being said, if you want to support the channel, keep your money, share this video. Appreciate you. Thank you all so much for watching.